I'm heading out, man. You want to ride?
No, I got my car, but I actually really need to go to the bathroom.
On NRN, the National Racing Network. Welcome back to Lanco's Clyde Mart Memorial Speedway for the Bud Spring Service Labor Day Shootout. I'm Casey Kreider here for the B mains. Chris Gremley will be back for the A mains. We're ready to start. B main number 1 for the Wingless 600s. 14 cars fighting for 2 spots in the A main. 3 heat races for the Wingless 600s. It'll be Brian Kramer and Kyle Spence leading them down to the green flag, and we're underway. 10 laps in the B main. Brian Kramer out to the point. Kyle Spence, who had that flip in the qualifier, able to get that car repaired and ride in the top side. Spence, you got to think, if he can make the field, he's going to have a chance to contend in it. But that's the case for a lot of these drivers, hoping that they can make the A main and have a chance. Spence around the outside, makes the move happen, and as they come under to complete lap number 2, he's in the race lead. So watch the battle for the win, but more importantly, watch the battle for second. Brian Kramer has it. Patrick Kelly wants it. Then it's Eddie Strada in the 1EX and the 163 of Jeremy Harshman rounding out the top 5 as one car sideways in the middle of turns 1 and 2. That's the 12 of Riley Imig. Fight is on for second. Brian Kramer and Pat Kelly side by side. Kelly on the low side. Kramer on the outside. And Eddie Strada trying to ride the cushion upstairs. See if he can make the move happen as we've got a caution. 2 cars upside down in turn 3. Gary Bazowski in the 1J, I believe, is one of them. And the 5 of Jared Esch, the other car. I looked up and both cars were upside down. Have to see how exactly they got that way, but tough impact for both of them. They both rolled back on all 4 wheels. That good to see. We'll re-rack them and try it again. They were racing near the back of the field, 11th and 12th, the last cars on the track before their incident. Matthew Donnelly not able to start. Kyler Heine pulled off after lap 1. The top 10 goes like this. Kyle Spence in the 59, Brian Kramer in the 71, Pat Kelly in the 00, Eddie Strada and Jeremy Harshman around at the top 5. Hunter Metzger in the M85 in 6th position. Casty Michael in the 3K in 7th. Josh Conover in the 15 in position number 8. Riley Imig in the 12E in 9th, and Alex Finari in the 4H in 10th. Jared Esch will tack on to the back of the field, able to get that car back going. Unfortunately, Gary Bazowski in the 1Z, you can see the damage to the right front corner of that car. That is not going to be repairable. They will take him to the infield, and his night will be over. So 5 laps down, 5 laps to go, and once again, race fans, only 2 drivers advance to join the 20 who already advanced. Full afternoon of heat racing and qualifiers. And this is the last chance to make it to the final main event of the weekend for the 600s at least. Right now, it's Kyle Spence and Brian Kramer holding down those first 2 spots. Pat Kelly, Eddie Strada, and Jeremy Harshman, the first 3 out, hoping they can attack and make something happen over these final 5 laps. It'll be a single file restart, and we'll come around Kyle Spence lead him down slowly. Very accomplished racer, both here and around the USA, but he's got to fight to get into the A main tonight. Brian Kramer trying to see if he can hang on to that second spot. Kelly and Strada were both heating him up before that caution flag came out. We'll see if that continues to be the case on the restart. Kyle Spence leads him down slowly, and then steps on the gas. Green flag. Away we go. And Kyle Spence out to about a car length, 2 car length lead under the flag stand. Eddie Strada on the top side. Pat Kelly on the bottom. Strada trying to make his way into third so he can challenge Brian Kramer for the last transfer spot. Kramer and Kelly both go inside. That opens the door for Strada to ride the cushion, come under in turn number 3, and try to put a move on Pat Kelly entering the third corner. But Kelly will drive up off turn number 4 and keep the spot. 3 laps to go. Here comes Strada around the outside. Kramer got checked up. Strada couldn't get to the outside, and he had to check up a little bit. Kyle Spence is checked out, but the fight is on behind him. The top 2 trying to see if they can hang on. Kramer trying to see if he can hang on to that second spot as Strada clears Kelly for third. Now he'll chase down Brian Kramer. This is the fight for the last spot of the A main. Strada's going to have to send it in there. Don't know if it's going to be enough. Kyle Spence takes the checkered flag. Brian Kramer takes second. They'll be into the main event. Eddie Strada, Patrick Kelly, Jeremy Harshman rounded the top 5, but those 3 will go home, as will Casty Michael, Hunter Metzger, Riley Imig, Josh Conover, Jared Esch, Alex Finari, and Gary Bozowski, along with Kyler Heine and Matthew Donnelly, those last 3 DNFing. All right, race fans, that was just the first of the 600 B mains. We have 2 more of those to come. Each will have 13 cars in them. Joey Amontier was 22nd in points tonight. That's why he's on the pole for this second B main. Finished second in his heat race, but lost some spots in the qualifier, bringing home 6th. And that's just how little the margin of error is when you've got 60 cars here fighting for 26 A main spots. More than half the field's going to go home tonight without racing in the main event. So the margin of error, very little. Of course, only 2 of these 13 cars in this next B main will advance. All right, so it will be Joey Amontier on the pole for this second B main. Adriana Delaponte will be alongside of him, starting on the outside of row 1. Jim Radney in car 95 and the 7K of Stephen Kemery make up row number 2. Tyler Tank in the 11T and Brandon Heist in the 99. They'll be slated on row number 3 together. Mikey Thompson in the 11 and the 1B of JT Bertowski make up row number 4. Holden Ekman in the 11H and Kyle Melvin in the 42. They will start on row number 5. Nathan Miller in the 95M, Alex Rupert in the 5A, and Mike Austin in the 14A. They'll be the ones slated to round out the field. Holden Ekman not able to get his 11H car out there, so we'll have a dozen cars for only a couple spots, 2 spots in the A main. Amontier and Delaponte start on the front row, and away we go. Green flag back in the air. Amontier out to the point. Delaponte to second. Jim Radney on the inside. He's able to get through to the second spot, trying to roll the bottom side and see if he can make the move happen. He'll clear Delaponte down the front straightaway and move into second position. Joey Amontier out in front by about 2 car lengths. Now Radney will move to the top side. Stephen Kemery moves up to 3rd. Mikey Thompson up to 4th. And now Thompson looking to the inside. He'll get through for the 3rd spot. He's off to a great start. Started 7th in this B main. He's made his way up to 3rd in 3 laps. And now he'll set his sights on Jim Radney as the battles rage on behind. That battle for 2nd, about 2 car lengths separate him. Then they're double wide for 4th and 6th. Inside, outside, everybody looking for grip, looking for room to race. Brandon Heist to the inside of Stephen Kemery. He'll take over the 4th spot. Mikey Thompson is closing in on Jim Radney for P2. He's to the inside. Radney will ride the top side and pull out by about a car length down the back straightaway. Thompson will follow in his tire tracks around with 4 laps to go. Now they'll both go bottom side. Radney on the inside. Thompson trying to make the top line work. These top 3 have checked out from Brandon Heist in 4th. They've got about a half a straightaway length over him and the Hornet's Nest that runs behind. 2.5 laps to go. Joey Amontier's led from the outset. Jim Radney in 2nd. Mikey Thompson trying to get closer. Might have to send it in there, and he's got a chance coming off turn 2. Radney able to clear for now. Now Thompson going to send it in there, coming to the white flag. Radney crosses back under, and he's got the spot back. 2 more sets of corners to negotiate with. Jim Radney on the top side. He'll have the momentum entering turn 3. Thompson going to send it in there. This for the final spot, and they crash in turn 4. Radney goes upside down. Caution is out. And that'll be the end of the 2nd B main. Joey Amontier takes the checkered flag. Mike Thompson comes across in 2nd. Thompson tried the slide job and tried to get Jim Radney cleared and just quite simply didn't have him cleared on that top side. Radney still had his left front tire out there. Nobody was going to lift coming to the checkered flag. And because of causing that contact, Mike Thompson is not going to advance. He will be put to the back of the lead lap, and that means Brandon Heist in the 99. He'll be the last transfer car into tonight's A main from that 2nd B main event. So it'll be Joey Amontier and Brandon Heist. Those will be the 2 cars advancing from that one. Adriana Delaponte, Jim Radney, Stephen Kemery, Tyler Tank, Mikey Thompson, JT Bertowski, Kyle Melvin, Nathan Miller, Alex Rupert, and Mike Austin, all going home empty-handed tonight. All right, 3rd and final B main here for the Wingless 600s. Once again, top 2 advance to the A. Tyler Ulrich will start on the pole in car 42U. Sam Lamoth in the 55. He'll start on the outside of row 1. In row 2, it's Joe Austin, the 72A. Fred Heinley in the 22H. Cameron Bellinger in the 35, and the 50 of Jacob Severn make up row number 3. Mark Landwehr in the 41M, and Corey Anderson in the 96. They'll be in row number 4. Matt Smith in car number 20, and the A.J. Van Hart machine, car number 14, slated to start in row 5. Eddie Mort and Justin Savingi in row 6, and Matt Failer rounding out the back of the field. Green flag in the air, and here we go with the final B main of the night. And one car around through the infield on the start. That's Cameron Bellinger, and that'll bring out a caution. So we'll re-rack them and try it again. And Matt Smith not able to get out there for this B main. Had that wild flip over in turn 1 earlier. So we've got 12 cars here fighting for these last 2 spots in the main event. Oh yeah, Bellinger clipped the second to last set of tires there, exiting turn number 4, and then did a wheelie pretty much all the way to the infield. They have to tack on now, start outside. Row number 6 here. All right, here we go. Green flag back in the air, pretty even start. In fact, it's Lamoth getting off to the jump. He and Ulrich away side by side under the flag stand, and because of that, we'll try it again. Looked like Sam Lamoth went a little bit early there before Tyler Ulrich got going. And that'll put Joe Austin on the front row for this attempt after Sam Lamoth jumped the start. He'll fall back to 4th here for this restart. Alrighty, it's 3rd time the charm here in this 3rd B main. We'll have to see. But this time it'll be Tyler Ulrich and Joe Austin on the front row, and they start where everybody hopes they can finish, in the top 2. Bringing him down. Ulrich fires away and gets off to the race lead. And Fred Heinley gets through to 2nd off the start. We've got a stack up and a pile up and 4 cars around, make it 3 stopped over in turn number 1 near the back of the field. That was a massive chain reaction. And he got 3 cars stopped up there. Cameron Bellinger, I think, is one of them. Justin Savingi. That all started up around 3rd. Everybody got all checked up, and the first car to go sideways was actually Mark Landwehr in the 41M, but he got it back going. But 3 other cars were involved and came to a stop there, and they will tack on to the back of the field. So now we'll work to get everybody back in the right order here, and once again, we'll try it for the 4th time, see if they can get it going here on this start. "11 cars ready to come to the green flag. Here we go. Once again, Ulrich fires away. Right in the top side, that's Sam Lamoth trying to get his way through to 2nd spot with Joe Austin on the inside. And Lamoth able to get the pass done. Still trying to ride that cushion up there. It's Austin on the inside, then the 2nd row back, the 50 of Jacob Severn. He'll move into the 3rd spot, battling side by side with Austin for the position. Give it to car number 50 up off turn 2 and entering turn number 3, but Austin will continue to race side by side. Now Severn are clear, entering turn number 1. Front half dozen cars, all single file. Slider in turn 3, that by the number 35 of Cameron Bellinger on Fred Heinley. Heinley comes back on him though for that 5th spot. And Jacob Severn is coming on Sam Lamoth. He may have one of the fastest cars on the racetrack. He is coming around, trying to put the pressure on the front 2 as we've got a spinner in turn 3. That is the 7E of Justin Savingi who has gone around. AJ Van Hart pulled off a while ago in car number 14. His heat race has come to an end. 11 cars still out there, though. Savingi will tack on to the back of the pack. And back to the green flag. This time it'll be Tyler Ulrich leading Sam Lamoth, then Jacob Severn. Joe Austin and Fred Heinley, your top 5, leading them down. 5 laps to go. The final 2 spots in the A main on the line. And Ulrich gets off by about a car length on Lamoth. Severn right there, though. He'll try to look a bit lower. Not going to be able to make the move happen. He'll have to defend from Joe Austin up off turn 2. Severn able to clear Austin for the spot. They'll chase back to turns number 1 and 2. And Severn not letting Lamoth get away. Lamoth not letting Ulrich get away. The fight is on with 3 laps to go up at the front of the field. Everybody high, wide, and handsome. Here comes Severn to the inside, trying to pull a slider on Lamoth. He's got the top line now. They'll race side by side, entering turn number 1. Give it back to Lamoth as they enter turn number 1. Here comes Severn up off turn 2. Side by side down the back stretch. Severn crosses under. Here comes Lamoth back to the inside. He'll clear up off turn 4. 2 more sets of corners to go. Severn and Lamoth. This one going to come down to the wire through turns 3 and 4. Severn gets the job done. Lamoth coming back to him side by side of the line. And Sam Lamoth will bring it home in second behind Tyler Ulrich. Those 2 will advance. Hard racing between Sam Lamoth and Jacob Severn for the spot, but give it to car number 55. Severn brings it home 3rd. Cameron Bellinger, Joe Austin, Fred Heinley, Eddie Mort, Corey Anderson, Mark Landwehr, Matt Failer, and Justin Sevengi all going to be going home at the end of that one. All right, next up, the B main for the Slingshots. This one, only 1 B main. Top 8 go to this A main. 16 cars in this one. Slingshots had a makeup feature earlier today to start off the festivities tonight. They went through their heat races, but did not have qualifiers, so that was the heat races were the only determining factor as far as whether or not they could get points. Here are your 16 cars, though, fighting for the top 8 spots. It's the 3L of Nolan Laser and William Mooring on the outside of row number 1. Talon Carter in the 1 Junior and Kyle Hervey in the 78H. They'll make up row 2. Chuck Wari and Cooper Shonley make up row number 3. Brett Spittler and Zach Steffi make up row number 4. Faith Turnbull and Carter Wyatt make up row number 5. Andrew Turpin and Mason, and we've got a big accident on the front straightaway as cars were trying to get lined up. That is the 1 Junior of Talon Carter and the 78H of Kyle Hervey. What in the world happened there? All right, after that little snafu, they'll get those 2 cars back going there. We'll have to see if there's any damage to those 2 cars. They'll get their spots back, though. All right, where were we? Row 6, Andrew Turpin in car number 56, and Mason Pittinger in the 42. That's row 6 for you. Aiden Donaldson, car number 78 on the inside of row 7. Jax Yohn will start on the outside in that purple 24Y. And the final row made up of Steve McLaughlin and Corey Harding in 39X and 4. Alrighty, watch the battle for the win. Watch the battle for 8th. That's going to be the one to watch. 8 cars will have a shot at it. 8 will go home. Here we go. Nolan Laser. Field is in his hands now as the green flag is in the air and we're underway. And a stack up through 3 and 4. Everybody trying to keep it going. Not going to happen as the 15 car of Faith Turnbull goes around to the exit of turn 4. We've got more crashing up in turn 2. That's the leader, Nolan Laser, who got turned around. And they're still running into each other down the back straightaway as the caution is out. 14C of Carter Wine is stopped over there as well at the exit of turn 2. A lot of things going on there on that initial start. Had about 2 or 3 different incidents there. Now everybody but Faith Turnbull will get their position back from the time of caution and actually from their initial starting position since they did not get a lap in. So Nolan Laser will move back to the front of the field. But the first incident started when they all got stacked up there through the center of turns 3 and 4, and Faith Turnbull clipped one of the tires down the inside, and that spun her car to the inside, and now she'll have to rejoin at the back. Alrighty, so Nolan Laser will take back his spot at the front of the field alongside William Mooring. They make up rows 1 and 2, and now spots 1 and 2 on row number 1. Making up row 2 will be Talon Carter and Kyle Hervey, and here we go. Green flag in the air, they stack up behind him, and here we go, underway once again with the slingshots. Mooring gets through on the outside, a little bit of stack up behind him, but they all keep it straight for now. The battle's on for second between Nolan Laser and Kyle Hervey. We got 2 cars stuck together on the back straightaway, and they will not be able to get back going as the 56 car, Andrew Turpin, goes around. The 39X of Stephen McLaughlin up there as well with some damage to the left front corner of that car. The 73 of Cooper Shonley was stopped over in turn 2 momentarily, but he's gotten back going as well. And once again, we will try it again. Alrighty, we'll go back to the green flag, this time by Nolan Laser and William Mooring. Once again, field is in their hands. Through 3 and 4 they come. Green flag back in the air. They make contact as Laser lost some momentum. That's going to stack everybody up behind him, and Laser gets turned to the inside along with Aiden Donaldson, and that will bring out the caution. The 56 is spun around as well, Andrew Turpin. Man, we can't get a lap in. We haven't gotten a straightaway in yet under green. These guys all fighting for position, but it's been aggressive on these starts. And that's going to put Nolan Laser back. Now, it's the second time he's been around, but this time he was the cause for the caution. And we will start single file this time now. We'll have to see if Laser can make his way back up. Started on the pole, but didn't have much green flag time out there. He'll have to work his way back from the back. William Mooring inherits the race lead. Talon Carter behind him. Then Kyle Hervey in the 78, making up the 3rd position. Chuck Worry in the 21W in position number 4, and Cooper Shonley in 5th. Alrighty, let's see if we can get a lap in this time. We'll have to see. 10 laps. Green flag laps will make up this B main. 16 cars strong. 8 will advance. Here we go. Green flag back in the air. They stack up again near the back, but everybody keeps it straight. And we've got more contact. The 47 cars around that Zach Steffi. And let's see. No, he's going to come do a stop here on the front straightaway. And that'll bring out the caution. All right, coming back to the green flag, William Mooring will lead him down. Talon Carter in second, then Kyle Hervey. Here we go, green flag back in the air. Kyle Hervey trying to heat up Talon Carter for the second position. They come off turn 2. We've got more contact. One car spun to the infield. That's Faith Turnbull. She'll keep it going, though, and we will get a lap in, but they are 3 wide. 4 cars in a gaggle down the front straightaway, and everybody gets back to double wide formation. Now 4 wide down the back straightaway. That's not going to work. And Jax Young and everyone else get out of it there. They got down from 4 wide to about single file there. My goodness, you don't see that very often at the Clyde. And that is a crucial spot. That is a fight right there around the cut line, the bubble spots. Out in front, though, it's William Mooring trying to hang on to the race lead as around goes the 39 car. 39X of Stephen McLaughlin has gone around. And McLaughlin was running 8th before that. He was in the last transfer spot, but he got turned around. Alrighty, back to the green flag will come here. 4 laps in the books, 6 laps to go. Green flag back in the air, William Mooring out in front, then Talon Carter, then Kyle Hervey. Mooring out in front by about 2 car lengths. And we got a caution, 2 cars together up in turn 4. That's the 42 of Mason Pittinger and the 39 of Stephen McLaughlin, and they may not be done yet. And they're going to continue past the front straightaway, and that's might be the end of their nights. Well, that's going to do it for the night for Stephen McLaughlin and Mason Pittenger. Those two got together coming off turn 4 and then kept getting together down the front straightaway until it finally came to a head there under Mike Fry in the starter stand. All right, coming back to the green this time, William Mooring, Tylen Carter, Kyle Hervey, Chuck Worry, Brett Spittler, Cooper Shonley, Jax Yohn, and Aiden Donaldson. Those are the 8 cars in right now. 4 cars on the outside looking in. Andrew Turpin, Zach Steffi, Nolan Laser, and Corey Harding. Here we go. 4 laps to go in this B main. Everybody single file for the time being. All the way back. Battle going to be on for 8th spot between the 78 of Aiden Donaldson and the 56 of Andrew Turpin. Keep an eye on that. White 56, red 78. That's the battle for the spot as we've got the 2 cars behind him getting together. The 47 of Zach Steffi and the 3 of Nolan Laser get together. That was the battle for 10th. We'll have 3 laps to go here when they come back to the green flag. And that's the 3rd strike for Nolan Laser, so his night will come to an end, and he will not make it to the A main tonight. We'll be down to 11 cars now for 8 spots. And the word coming from race control, this will be the final restart of the race. So next flag, be it caution or checker, will be the end of this B main for the Slingshots. Green flag back in the air, stack it behind. Everybody keeps it straight though. 3 laps to go. William Mooring out in front. Watch that battle for 8th spot. Aiden Donaldson in the 78, the 56 of Andrew Turpin. And there they go. There's the spin. There's the caution. Everybody piles in. That's going to be the caution. That's going to be the end of the race. How are they going to score everybody here with all those cars involved? We'll have to see. So we'll await word from scoring to see what the top 8 are going to look like here and who's going to advance. So field will come under the checkered flag. This time Bobby William Mooring taking the victory. We know he's into the A main. We'll see about everybody else here in a sec. While we wait for race control to sort that out, the 270s will begin to get ready for their B main. First of two that they'll have, 11 cars in each, fighting for 3 spots to get in the A main.
At 600cc Performance, our roots run deep in CC racing. A leader in fuel injection, dyno tuning, wiring, and diagnostics. With over 15 years of experience in building and tuning, you can count on us to get you to the winner's circle. Whether it is diagnostics, sales, or service, 600cc Performance is your source for everything CC racing. Find out more at 600ccperformance.com.
For those of you watching on NRN, the National Racing Network, welcome back to the Bud Spring Service Labor Day Shootout. B-main number 1 for the Wingless 270s is underway. And Richie Hartman out to the break. He gets out by about 4 car lengths there off the jump. Anthony Yerger through to second spot from his 5th starting position. And Chad Kreiser in 3rd in the 99K. Top 3 advance, so watch the fight for the 3rd spot. Yerger ripping the top side. Kreiser on the bottom. He's got about 5 car lengths over the 25 of Tom Landwehr, with the 0 of Charles Chance behind him. And the 13S of Charles Hellinger, the 128 of Princess Page, who has fallen back to 9th place now behind Chase Walker and Daniel Vaseli. Richie Hartman comes under the flag stand. 3 laps completed. Anthony Yerger about 3/4 of a second behind. The battle is on for 3rd spot. Tom Landwehr wants it. Chad Kreiser has it. Side by side, up off turn 4. Give it to Kreiser. He's got the spot for now. 1 car length out in front. That's the distance between Kreiser and Landwehr. Landwehr trying to roll the bottom, get a good run up off. They've checked out on 5th place Charles Chance in the 0 by about 3/4 of the back straightaway. The fight, though, is on. Landwehr trying to roll the inside. Kreiser hanging tough, though, on the outside. But Landwehr gets the move done off turn number 2, and he's through to 3rd spot. Now can Kreiser answer back? Coming to 3 laps to go. Kreiser got up high, and we'll have to see. Now 5 car lengths back, but Yerger goes around on the back straightaway off turn 2, and that's going to change everything. Anthony Yerger was running in 2nd spot. We've seen that 5A car go around a few times tonight, and unfortunately that one may cost him a shot in the big show. He'll have 2 laps to try and rebound. He'll have to restart in the 9th position behind everybody else. All right, so coming to 1 to go. Richie Hartman will be out in front, then Tom Landwehr, then Chad Kreiser, Charles Chance, 1st car out in 4th, and Charles Hellinger rounding out the top 5. Green flag back in the air, 7 laps complete. And Hartman away to the point by 3 car lengths. Whoa! Lost a wheel. It looks like that was Landwehr. The left rear tire and wheel came off of that race car through the center of turns 1 and 2. Left rear rolls to the infield, and it will bump into one of the photographer's chairs and come to a stop to join Tom Landwehr stranded over there in turn number 2. So 2nd place seems like a curse in this race tonight. Anthony Yerger spinning just a lap ago to put us under that caution, and now Tom Landwehr, for no apparent reason, the left rear wheel of that car came off in its entirety. Heck of a job by Chase Walker to miss that. Once again, this is the first of 2 270B mains. We'll have 11 more cars fighting for 3 spots coming up in the next 3 laps. All right, Richie Hartman, Chad Kreiser, and now the 0 of Charles Chance. Those are the top 3, with Justin Hellinger and Chase Walker rounding out the top 5 as the first 2 out. Let's see, 3 laps to go. And Hartman gets away by about 3 car lengths off the jump. Further back in the pack, everybody trying to get up high, get some momentum up. And Walker sideways. Anthony Yerger in the outside wall. It's a mess behind the race leaders, but everybody keeps it straight. That allows the front 4 to break away. It's Charles Chance and Charles Hellinger fighting for the final transfer spot. Caution out on the speedway for a piece of debris up in turns 1 and 2 on the outside. That's going to put us under the yellow as Anthony Yerger's car pulled to the infield. Looks like his race is going to come to an end as well here. Very chaotic restart there in the back half of the pack. Chase Walker got loose. Daniel Vasile also got all out of shape, but everyone kept it straight. And we'll re-rack them and try it again. Here we go. 1 to go before we get back to the green flag. Richie Hartman will lead them down. Chad Kreiser and Charles Chance. Green flag in the air. Richie Hartman out to the point with 1 lap to go. To the inside, here comes Hellinger trying to make the move on Chance. Chance gets loose through the center, 1 and 2. That's going to open the door for Hellinger. Here we come. Oh, they make contact. They get together, and that's going to allow Princess Paige to sneak through on the outside and get the last transfer spot. Oh, my goodness. Charles Chance and Charles Hellinger fighting for the last spot in the big show. Neither of them are going to get it. Richie Hartman, Chad Kreiser, and Princess Paige advance. Chase Walker brings it home 4th, but he'll be 1 spot short, as will Daniel Vasile in the 05. Taking a look at the replay, Charles Chance just trying to set it in there, try to make a move and go for a gap that was slightly there but closing quickly, and they both made contact, got together, and neither driver very happy with the other. They'll both go home tonight. By the way, we do now know the 8 cars who will be moving on from the B main of the Slingshots to the A main. William Mooring in the 54W, he'll start 19th. Talon Carter in the 1 Junior moves on as well, as does Kyle Hervey and Chuck Worry. Jax Yohn and Aiden Donaldson move on. And Andrew Turpin and Corey Harding, those are the 8 cars that moved on from the Slingshot B main. 2 more B mains yet to run, and then we get into the big shows. 1 Wingless 270 B main, and then 1 125 B main to finish out the lineups here. And on the pole, it'll be Adam Harnish in car number 77H. He'll start from the point. Corey Schmuck Jr. in the 20. Will be on the outside of row 1. Adam Minzer Jr. starts on the inside of row number 2 in the 26 LR. Cliff Bryan Jr. in the 99. He'll start on the outside of row 2. Tyler Martin in the 26B and Ed Tyers in the 16T.
We have a lost dad, Daniel Gring. Need you to come to the pit shack, please. Daniel Gring. To the pit shack, please. Once again, Daniel Gring to the pit shack, please.
Alrighty, so we'll continue on, finishing out the lineup here for the Wingless 270s. Alex Finari in the 19B starts inside of row number 4. Clinton Hauser in the 22 starts on the outside. And Ben Laser will be the last car, looks like, to join the field. In 9th, Ron Ford, Peter Persiglio were not able to get out for their qualifiers, not able to get out for the B mains either. So it's 9 cars for 3 spots in the 270s. Adam Harshman will lead him down with Corey Schmuck Jr. to his outside. Harnish stands on the gas, and away we go. Green flag in the air as Ben Laser pulls to the infield. Looks like he won't be able to get started. Through to the lead on the outside, though, goes Corey Schmuck Jr. And by the time they get to turn 3, Cliff Bryan Jr. going to make his way to the inside from 4th on the grid. He and Schmuck battle side by side for the race lead, with Harnish left to battle for 3rd. Cliff Bryan Jr. running the bottom side. Corey Schmuck, as he has all night long, trying to ride the top side, get some momentum going there. And then Adam Harnish has about 0.6 of a second on Adam Minzer Jr. Everybody pretty evenly spread out. You can see the cars bouncing through the ruts there, entering turn number 1. That only continue to get worse as the night goes on. Drivers going to have to find a way either to make their cars go fast through them or go around them. Alex Finari trying to put the challenge on to Adam Minzer Jr. for 4th, but that's one spot outside where they need to be. Coming around, 5 laps to go. Finari to the inside, trying to make the move happen on Minzer Jr. Not going to make it happen that time, though. Cliff Bryan Jr. leads by about the length of the back straightaway over Corey Schmuck Jr. Then it's 3/4 of the length of the back straightaway as a caution out, so forget all that. The gaps are erased as Tyler Martin in the 26B has come to a stop up in the middle of turns 1 and 2. So we'll have 4 laps to go here with Cliff Bryan Jr., Corey Schmuck Jr., and Adam Harnish currently holding those last 3 golden tickets to the main event. But Adam Minzer Jr., Alex Finari, Clinton Hauser, Ed Tyers, Tyler Martin all want something to say about that. They'll have 4 more laps around this Clyde Martin Memorial Speedway to get it done. Leading him down slowly now is Cliff Bryan Jr. He'll stand on the right gas pedal, and away we go. Hartman pulls out by about 2 car lengths. Make it 3 car lengths entering turn 1 on Corey Schmuck Jr. Everybody trying to find the fastest way through turns 1 and 2. That area of the track looks pretty rough right now. Ed Tyers got up over the tires, but keeps it going as Adam Minzer Jr. also got checked up there. Coming to 2 laps to go now. Adam Harnish with about half a second. Make it 3/4 of a second over Alex Finari for that 3rd spot. Coming around to the white flag, this time by Cliff Bryan Jr. Smooth sailing out in front. Corey Schmuck Jr. in 2nd. And Adam Harnish making up the 3rd spot. If they can all keep the wheels on it and keep it going in the right direction, they will be the 3 to move on. And Cliff Bryan Jr. takes the checkered flag. Corey Schmuck Jr. 2nd. Adam Harnish. They will be the 3 to move on. Alex Finari, Clinton Hauser round out the top 5, but they will go home, as will Ed Tyers, Tyler Martin, and Adam Minzer Jr. All right, so 9 cars slated to start this final B main, the Wingless 125 4-strokes. And the top 6 will advance. Now, on the pole will be Sarah Boyer in the 78. Logan Rode, who had that wild flip earlier, they've gotten that car back out, and he's in position to try and advance. He'll start from the outside pole. Ron Young in the 18 will make up the inside of row 2. Riley Simmons slated to start outside row 2 in car 44. Drayson Laser in the 62 LR slated to start 5th. Matt Fernsler in the 19 will start on the outside of row 3. Zach Young and Dylan Yingst supposed to start on row number 4, and then Justin Harrington slated to round out the field. Now the question is, do we even have 6 cars out there? Doesn't look like it. So what that's going to mean is we're not going to bother running this B main because everybody out there is into the A. So Sarah Boyer, Logan Rode, Ron Young, Riley Simmons, and Drayson Laser all on to the A mains. And with that, we are ready for feature time here at the Clyde Martin Memorial Speedway. 4 big A main races ready to unfold here over the next few moments.
Geek Pen is an electronics recycling center which specializes in restoring electronics to usable condition. They turn salvageable parts from donated equipment into working electronics for those on a budget. The best part is your old gear doesn't end up in a landfill. Free Geek Pen also does computer repair. Find them online at freegeekpen.org. Give them a call at 717-721-2494 or stop by the shop on Main Street in Ephrata. Think freegeekpen.org. At 600cc Performance, our roots run deep in CC racing. A leader in fuel injection, dyno tuning, wiring, and diagnostics. With over 15 years of experience in building and tuning, you can count on us to get you to the winner's circle. Whether it is diagnostics, sales, or service, 600cc Performance is your source for everything CC racing. Find out more at 600ccperformance.com. If there's one thing every car guy hates, it's cleaning the garage. Do you want to take most of the time and hassle out of that job? Then call Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Agnes and her crew will have your garage, shop, basement, or even your porch looking great all the time. With unique patterns and designs, plus the ability to incorporate your logo or any artwork, your space will never have looked better. Installation is done in 1 day, guaranteed, and Zone Garage offers a 20-year warranty on the top coat. Their coatings are durable, anti-slipped, and impact resistant. Give them a call at 570-856-6067. That's 570-856-6067 for Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
I'm I'm heading out, man. You want to ride?
No, I got my car, but I actually really need to go to the bathroom.
Dude, are you okay?
I am definitely buzzed.
Yeah.
I think I will take this, and I will take that ride home.
Welcome back to everybody who's watching the live stream on the National Racing Network. Just getting started, running through the Wingless 600 lap sponsors and special awards. Lap 1, position 1, $10, courtesy of Mike Knappenberger Photos. Lap 2, 12th position, $10 from Not Your Mama's Kitchen. Lap number 3, 9th place, $10 from Richie Hartman Promotions. Lap 4, 6th place, $10 from MKG Racing. Lap number 5, 5th place, $25 from Snyder Racing Enterprises. Lap 6, 6th place, $10 from Billy Koch. Mongoose Chassis sponsoring the 13th place driver for $20 on lap 7. The Big Show, Joey Amantia Fan Club, $20 to the 18th place running driver on lap number 8. Tiffany Heist, 9th place, $10, lap 9. Groff Trucking, leader, $10 on lap 10. Zach Light Racing, $10 to the 11th place driver on the 11th lap. Megan Mercado on lap number 12, 3rd place driver, $10. Not Your Mama's Kitchen to the race leader, $10 on lap number 13. Lap 14, Kramer Racing, $20 to the 10th place runner. The National Racing Network putting up a $25 halfway leader bonus. After lap number 15, also $10 from Groff Trucking. Rich Chaos to the Edge of Chaos, $10 to the 13th place running driver on lap 16. West Fab, $10 to 17th place on lap 17. Not Your Mama's Kitchen, $10 to the race leader on lap number 18. Holly and Corey, $10 to the 11th place driver on lap 19. Groff Trucking, $10 to the race leader on lap number 20. Inside Out General Contracting, $20 to the race leader on lap number 21. MMF Chassis, $20 to the leader on lap 22. Lap number 23, West Fab and the Reanimated Art Tattoo Studio putting up $10 apiece for the leader and 23rd place car. Lap 24, Keppel Racing, $10 to the race leader. Mad Motorsports, lap number 25, $20 to the 4th place car. Lap number 26, Keppel Racing, $10 to the last car still running. Lap 27, in memory of Greg Hodnett, $27. That will go to the 26th place car. We don't have a 27th runner in the field tonight. ES Contracting on lap number 28, $10 to the race leader. Lap 29, 2020 BAM, $20 to the 20th place car. Lap number 30, Holly Wagner, $10 to the last car running. Hard Charger courtesy of Ken Krieger in memory of Steve Buck for $50. And an RTS Chassis $25 gift card to the Hard Luck Award. Also $50 to the highest finisher with TSL Shocks courtesy of Spots Insulation. Have to say a special thank you to Debbie Splain and the entire Clyde Mart Memorial Speedway promotions team for their hard work getting all of these special awards and lap sponsors. And all of this happening in the last 10 days or so as well, a couple of weeks anyway. Here is your starting lineup for tonight's Hyper Racing Wingless A main. On the pole will be the 20B of Alex Bright. To his outside, the 17M Christian Bruno. Row number 2, the 21S to Steven Snyder Jr. and the 117 of Cody West. Row number 3, the 91S to Steven Dravicki, and on the outside, the 10M Preston Latimus. Row 4, car number 6, Colin White will roll off in the 7th position. To his outside, the number 1 of Joey Jarowitz. Row 5, the 3 of Jesse Maurer and the R7 of Brendan Bright. Row number 6, the 144 Damon Paul and the 41 Logan Rumsey. Row 7, the 7 of Aiden Borden and the 66 of Billy Koch. Row number 8, starting 15th, 16X of Nick Groff. Starting in the 16th position on the outside of row 8 is the 12 of Joe Kay. Row number 9, the 17th starter, the 7B of Mitchell Bard. And to his outside, the 22 of Nash Ely. Row number 10, the 23 of Bradley Brown and the 25X of Danny Lane Jr. Row 11, Kyle Spence in the 59, and starting in 22nd in the 88J, Joey Amantia. Row number 12, the 42U with Tyler Ulrich, and to his outside, the 71, Brian Kramer. In row number 13 will be the 99 of Brandon Heist and the 55 of Sam Lamoth.
Slingshot A main, you need to get up into the staging area. You're going to roll as soon as the 600s are finished. Now it's time for the 4 most famous words in motorsports. Drivers, start your engines. Field starting to roll off. In the interest of time, no 4-wide parade lap. They are going to stay doubled up. Everybody has fired up and is rolling away, so the starting lineup will stay as announced. We are getting ready to go 30 laps of hyper racing, Wingless 600 racing. Here on night number 2 with the Bud Spring Service Labor Day Shootout. .30 laps the distance. Alex Bright and Christian Bruno ready to lead the field into the start zone. Steven Snyder Jr., Cody West all over the back bumpers. Green flag in the air. We're underway. Alex Bright going to be your race leader. One car going around in turn 4. Caution flag is out. Trouble already. Turn number 4. They didn't get a lap in the books. So they're going to re-rack them and do it again, with the exception of the car coming to a stop inside of turn number 4. Trouble for the 7B of Mitchell Bard. That car going around in turn number 4. So the R7 of Brendan Bright coming to a stop in turn 2 after the caution flag. He will also have to head to the tail end of the field. One of the quicker cars out here tonight. Brendan starting in the 10th position. he will have to head to the tail. So the lineup all jumbled after the aborted start. Track officials now getting the lineup all squared away. First 4 rows are good, and then from there on back, they're going to start getting some of the cars lined up. So Alex Bright and Christian Bruno going to continue to make up row number 1. Steven Snyder Jr. and Cody West in row 2. Stephen Dravicki, Preston Latimus, row 3. Colin White, Joey Jarowitz in row number 4. Going to be Jesse Maurer and Damon Paul in row 5. Logan Rumsey and Aiden Board in row 6. Billy Koch and Nick Groff in row number 7. Joe Kay and Nash Ely in row 8. Bradley Brown and Danny Lane Jr. in row number 9. Kyle Spence, Joey Amantia, row 10. Tyler Ulrich and Brian Kramer in row number 11. Row 12, Brandon Heist and Sam Lamoth. And then in row number 13 will be the R7 of Brendan Bright and the 7B of Mitchell Bard. Still 30 laps remaining. Trying to get this Hyper Racing Wingless 600 feature underway. Lineup is good. Field going to make their way off of turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. Trying to get the show underway. Alex Bright, Christian Bruno lead the field. Green flags in the air. We are underway. Field cleanly off of turn number 4. Alex Bright jumps out to the early lead. Christian Bruno running the high line as well through turns 1 and 2. They're going to take the same line through 3 and 4. Give lap number 1 to the 20 of Alex Bright in the 20B. Side-by-side battle back there for the 4th position. That's going to be Stephen Dravicki and Preston Latimus. Dravicki trying to get the inside lane to work, but it is just not having the grip to get off the corners. Alex Bright's checked out the lead. Up a quarter of a second. One car going around turn number 3. Caution flag is out. Towards the back of the field. That looked like the 55 of Sam Lamoth. Now that they've got a couple of laps in the books, it'll be interesting to see which lane Alex Bright chooses to take on the restart. The high line's the place to be. Taking the inside also takes away that little bit of a slider line that Christian Bruno could try for in turn number 1.
One car coming to a stop up against the outside retaining wall down the back straightaway. The number 1 of Joey Jarowitz comes to a stop, hearing his belts may have come undone. So the one of Joey Jarowitz will have to head to the back for coming to a stop on the racetrack. Once again, another very quick car heading to the back. Jarowitz starting in the 8th position. Alex Bright, Christian Bruno still making up the front row. Steven Snyder Jr. and Cody West in row number 2. Preston Latimus and Steven Dravicki going to line up in row number 3. Row 4 will be Colin White and Logan Rumsey. Row 5, Jesse Maurer and Damon Paul. Green flag back in the air. We are underway. 3 laps in the books, 27 laps to go. Bright and Bruno run the high side. Big power move to the outside. Slide job, turns 3 and 4. Couple of cars making contact. Steven Snyder Jr. and Cody West. Snyder throws the slider in 1 and 2. West crosses them back over down the back straightaway. Not close enough to attempt to throw the slider back out. A move Steven Snyder up to position number 3. Field being pretty well controlled here. Kyle Spence, Bradley Brown doing a little bit of wheel banging off at turn number 4 the last time by. That's going to be towards the upper half of the back end of the field. At the front, top 3 separating themselves just a little bit. Spence smacks it off the outside wall in turn 2 again. Side-by-side battle between Preston Latimus and Colin White. White slides down to the inside, trying to get inside of Steven Dravicki. Latimus now coming back inside of Colin White. That is the battle for the 5th position. Couple of cars almost getting up over the cushion. That's Preston Latimus. 3 wide off at turn number 2. Logan Rumsey battling side by side with the 66 of Billy Koch, and Latimus got out of the groove just a little bit, forced everything 3 wide. Here comes Aiden Borden to join the party between Rumsey and Koch. Borden looks to the inside of the 41 and turns 1 and 2. Trouble down the back straightaway. 1 car slow down the back stretch into turn number 3. The 21 of Steven Snyder Jr. He was running in the 3rd position. That car very slow. Seeing sparks out of the right-hand side of the 21 of Steven Snyder Jr., and he's going to pull it off into the infield. A tough break for that driver. Could be a contender for the Hard Luck Award tonight. Also, see the big show, Joey Amantia parked in the infield as well. Now the last 2 times we've seen that car here at the Clyde, it has ended early on in the infield. Tough break for Joey Amantia. Colin White from the 7th position, now running 4th. He'll get to start on the outside in that preferred lane as well. It's been all Alex Bright at the front of the field so far, opening up a 3/4 of a second gap over Christian Bruno prior to the caution flag. Now Cody West and Colin White going to make up row number 2 for the restart. Steven Dravicki and Jesse Maurer in row number 3. Field down the back straightaway into the start zone. Green flag back in the air. Race leader Alex Bright heads to the inside. Nice pass by Cody West on Colin White. White throws the slider back at him in 1 and 2. Crossover coming in 3 and 4. Cody West still holding on. Damon Paul with a big issue off of turn number 4. It's going to bottle everybody up. Big flip going into turn 1. That incident started with the 144 of Damon Paul getting loose off of turn number 4, stacked the whole field up behind him. $16X of Nick Groff going over heavily. Track safety crew quickly attending to the driver of the 16X. Once again, Alex Bright able to easily hold off Christian Bruno on the restart. Colin White, Cody West, Preston Latimus, your top 5. The 66 of Billy Koch and the 144 of Damon Paul back through the 7th position. Lineup is good to go. So we should see the lights go out the next time the field comes around to the start-finish line. Yep, lights are out. We're ready to go back to racing. 11 down at 19 laps to go, rapidly approaching the halfway point in this one. Alex Bright speeds the field up just a little bit off of turn number 2. Quickly to the loud pedal. He's going to be your race leader off of turn 4. Here comes Colin White inside of Bruno. Big slider coming, turns 1 and 2. White slots in behind the 17, and Bruno with a slider for the race lead. Bright crosses back. Christian Bruno slots in about a car length back going into turn number 1. Bruno runs the high lane, able to get a little bit of momentum. Oh, Christian Bruno up into the outside retaining wall, able to keep it going. But that opens up a big gap for Alex Bright. It's almost 1 second. Here comes Colin White looking to the inside of Bruno off the corner. They're going to almost make contact down the front straightaway. A little bit further back, Damon Paul looking inside of the 66 of Billy Koch. Here comes Logan Rumsey. Oh, man, up into the outside wall for the 41 as well. He made contact with Jesse Maurer. Kyle Spence in that party as well. 5-car fight. We'll pick up the battle for second. Christian Bruno and Colin White trading sliders at each end of the racetrack. White able to hold on to the spot. Now back a little bit further. Here comes Spence inside of Logan Rumsey. He had to really get on the binders because he was about to drill the side of Billy Koch. Spence to the outside of Rumsey. Now he's going to look inside of Jesse Maurer into 3 and 4. Maurer crosses back under. Spence has to just barely touch the brakes as Maurer slid up the racetrack heading in towards turn 1. One car going around turns 1 and 2. Now 2 cars stop. Caution flag is out. (7B) going around for the second time this race. That is Mitchell Bard. Looks like Brian Kramer also coming to a stop. He's hung up on one of the infield tires. So Mitchell Bard with strike number 2. Alex Bright picking up the bonus for the halfway leader on that one. A total of $35 to Alex Bright, courtesy of the National Racing Network and Groff Trucking. Pit gate opens up and off goes the number 55 of Sam Lamoth. His feature race will end in the 22nd position. Field starting to get doubled up. Alex Bright going to have a different foe alongside of him on the front row. This time is Colin White able to get around Christian Bruno just a couple of laps before the caution flag comes out. Bruno will now line up in the 3rd position with Cody West to his outside. Preston Latimus and Damon Paul going to make up row number 3. Nice run for Latimus. Alex Bright able to grab onto the lead. Oh, Jesse Maurer's pinballing off a couple of cars. Everybody keeps them straight through turns 1 and 2. At the front of the field, Alex Bright up to the outside. Here comes Christian Bruno looking to get back to the inside of Colin White into turn 1. Not close enough to make the move. Billy Koch throws the big slider on Latimus. Trying to go 2 for 1 is the 117 of Cody West, and I think he just about pulled it off. He's going to split the difference again off at turn number 2. West slides up in front of Latimus. Preston drives back underneath him. Off at turn number 4, a little bit of contact going into turn number 1. That's going to bring Kyle Spence and Billy Koch into the party as well. Out front, nobody is touching Alex Bright, the Phenom, with a lead of 1.2 seconds as lap number 23 goes on the scoreboard. Damon Paul looking inside of Brendan Bright, I believe that is. Fantastic drive forward. Bright gives a little right side romance to Billy Koch down the front straightaway. Here comes Spence. He's going to try to go 2 for 1. Throws the big slider on Cody West. He'll clear him for the spot. Race leader Alex Bright going to be hitting lap traffic as we are approaching 5 laps to go. Now 4 this time by the start-finish line. All alone out front. It's going to take a miracle and a caution flag for anybody to catch Alex Bright. Just as we say that, Bright gets up into the outside fence just a little bit in turn 2. Going to be 2 to go this time by for Alex Bright. Colin White running in the 2nd position. Christian Bruno holding on to 3rd, but the gaps continue to increase. Through turns 3 and 4, white flag in the air from Chief Starter Mike Fry and Alex Bright on his final rapid revolution of the 8th mile. Clyde Martin Memorial Speedway down the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4. Twin checkers in the air. Alex Bright picks up the win over Colin White. Christian Bruno comes home 3rd. Preston Latimus, Kyle Spence round out the top 5. Alex Bright's going to have to head on out and do the mandatory rev check before he can claim the checkered flag officially. Trying to get the rev check hooked up on the 20B of race winner Alex Bright, at least tentative race winner Alex Bright. Set the quickest lap time of the race, 11.202 seconds, back on lap number 3. Hard charger for that race, picking up a $50 cash award in memory of Steve Buck. Goes to the 59 of Kyle Spence. Hard Luck Award, a $25 gift card from RTS Chassis to Steven Snyder Jr. Tough break for that car. He was running in the 3rd position, going out early in the feature event. So Alex Bright's going to finish the rev check. He'll head off the racetrack. It is time to get feature event number 2 out onto the racetrack, this time for the Slingshots. We won't be able to run through the full order of them here, but here's some of your lap sponsors and special awards. Mike Knappenberger Photos, Wyant Racing, Mike Coe Motorsports, MKG Racing, Jared Silphy Racing, SNS Speedway, Mongoose Chassis, Megan Mercado, Hoke Motorsports, Zachlight Racing, Speedway Entertainment, Not Your Mama's Kitchen, the National Racing Network. Whole bunch of cash going out the door here tonight, same as we saw with the 600s. Here's the starting lineup. On the pole will be the 21J of Josh Wyant to his outside of row number 1, the 3 of Dave Carrigan. Row 2, the M10 of Taylor Mills and the 7A of Josh Patterson. Row 3, 5S Sam Neary, 7 Shelby McLaughlin, starting 5th and 6th respectively. Row number 4, the 55 of Scott Neary and the 50 of Tyler Hoke. Row 5, 75X James Hendricks and the X Terry Knoll. Row number 6, the 114 of Brett Bieber and the 112 Cody Klein. Row 7, 13 of Blair Shanley, the 35 of Dylan Hoke. Row number 8, 16T, Thomas Nettleship, and the 14, Logan Bauman. Row 9, 7J, Jordan Meyer, and 39, Nolan Palima. Row number 10, 54W, William Morgan, the 1, JR Talon Carter. Row 11, 78H, Kyle Hervey, 21W, Chuck Wary. Row number 12, 24Y, Jax Yone, and the 78 of Aiden Donaldson. And in row number 13, the 56 of Andrew Turpin, and the 4 of Corey Harding. Lights are out. We're ready to go racing. 30 laps the distance for the Slingshots. Side by side down the back straightaway. Josh Wyant, Dave Carrigan into the start zone. Green flag in the air. We are underway. Wyant got a fantastic start. Here comes Taylor Mills to the inside, trying to go 2 for 1 off of 3 and 4. Race leader down the back straightaway, the M10 of Taylor Mills. Side-by-side battle for second between Wyant and the 5S of Sam Neary. Whole lot of right side romance for the 55 as Scott Neary off of turn 2. Wyant able to keep it straight down the back straightaway. Caution flag is out. One car going around, that's the 75X of James Hendricks, who spun inside of turn number 1. Now 3 cars coming together on the front straightaway. The 3 of Dave Carrigan goes around. 35 of Dylan Hoke also involved in that one, as is the 112 of Cody Klein. We have your winning 50-50 ticket number for the evening. Blue ticket 2284317. Blue ticket 2284317. Check your 50-50 ticket numbers. $234 going out the door in tonight's 50-50. Lineup looks good. They're going to get doubled up. We're ready to go back to racing here in the Slingshots. 1 lap in the books, 29 still remaining. Taylor Mills and Sam Neary going to make up the front row. Josh Wyant and Scott Neary in row number 2. Brett Bieber and Dave Carrigan in row 3. Shelby McLaughlin, Tyler Hoke, row number 5. Hoke picked up the feature win earlier tonight. A little bit of bumper tag in the start zone. Green flag back in the air. We are underway. 1 car just about going around. Couple of cars making contact. Caution flag is out. Yellow flag is out. Trouble for the 7, the 39. The 7 of Shelby McLaughlin. The 39 of Nolan Palima. 78 of Aiden Donaldson. Also the X of Terry Knoll. All involved. Still only 1 lap in the books. Taylor Mills made a fantastic getaway on the initial start of the race, able to get around from the 3rd position, pick up the race lead by the time they were going into turn 1. The lights are out. We are ready to go back to green flag racing. Taylor Mills going to lead the field for a single file restart. Didn't get a lap in the books, so we're not going to double them up. 29 laps to go. Green flag back in the air. Everybody clean off of turn number 4. They're going to be the same story through turns 1 and 2. Taylor Mills jumps out to a big lead on the 5S to Sam Neary. Caution flag is out. Trouble for the 75X. James Hendricks spins in turn number 2. Three strikes and you're out for the 75X to James Hendricks. That car will come to a stop in the infield. Once again, only one lap in the books. Also coming to a stop inside of turn number 4 is the 54W of William Mooring. They're going to have to get that 54 machine on the hook. Field now single filed out, getting ready to go back under green. 50-50 ticket number 228-4317. 228-4317. You are the winner, $234 tonight. Head on down to the tower, pick up your cash winnings. Lights are out. We're ready to go back to racing. Taylor Mills leads the field into the start zone. Green flags in the air. We are back underway. Mills gets out to the big lead. Closest battle on the racetrack. Big shot in the back bumper from the 55 as Scott Neary. He comes around Josh Wyatt off of turn number 4, moves up to the 3rd position. Wyatt way over the inside tires. How did that car not go over? Caution flag is out. The 21J of Josh Wyatt comes to a stop. So Josh Wine will have to head to the back of the field. He was running in the 4th position. So the field going to get doubled up. They did get a lap in the books. Taylor Mills and Sam Neary going to make up the front row for this one. Scott Neary and Brett Bieber in row number 2. Tyler Hoke and Dylan Hoke in row number 3. Row 4, Shelby McLaughlin and Dave Carrigan. Row 5, Cody Klein and Blair Shanley. Lineup looks good. They're going to be doubled up and ready to roll back to green flag racing. Trouble for the number 4 at Corey Harding. That car pulls off into the infield. Into the start zone. Green flag is back in the air. Mills gets the good start. Neary looks to the inside. He's going to pick up second. They're going to be beating wheels. Back for the 4th position. Caution flag on the speedway. Josh Wyant also the 7 involved in that one as well. Heavy left front damage on the number 7. That right front corner definitely broken on that car. Number 7, Belfort Property Restoration entry. Tough break for the 7A of Josh Patterson running in the 12th position. That car will have to go on the hook and head off the racetrack. This is the 5th caution flag of the race. Still only 2 laps in the books. Every restart going to be single file the rest of the way. Green flag back in the air. We are underway once again. Taylor Mills able to hold on to the lead. Here comes Tyler Hoke looking to the inside of Dylan Hoke through turns 1 and 2. Big impact turn 2. Couple of cars going around. Caution flag is out on the racetrack again. The 21W coming to a stop up against the outside. That's Chuck Wary. 13 of Blair Shanley comes to a stop with a car on top of his front end. And the 1 junior also involved, Talon Carter. Just getting word over the two-way radios. Race director has decided this one will be a 25-lap feature, shortening the distance by 5 laps in the interest of time to try to get all the features in tonight. Still have the 270s and the 125s and 4-strokes to run tonight as well. The lights are out. 2 laps in the books. Taylor Mills, Scott Neary, Sam Neary, Scott Neary, Brett Bieber, Tyler Hoke, your top 5. 6 through 10, Dylan Hoke, Shelby McLaughlin, Dave Carrigan, Cody Klein, and Blair Shanley. Green flag back on the speedway. Here we go. Let's see if they can't get some laps logged here. Everybody cleanly off at turn number 2. Big shove from the 55 of Scott Neary. He's going to move up to the 2nd position. Side-by-side battle for the 5th position down the back straightaway. That's the 35 of Dylan Hoke. And the 114 of Brett Bieber. Hoke picks up the spot. Now Shelby McLaughlin looks to the inside of the 114. He'll get the pass completed as well. The Hokes doing battle into turn 3. the 50 of Tyler Hoke, able to hold off Dylan for now. Dylan comes around, completes the pass off of turn number 2 at the front of the field. Taylor Mills had a 1.3 second lead the last time by. Called a lead 1.4 this time, just about a 1/10 of a second gain that last time by. Dylan Hoke in the 35 now going to work on Sam Neary. He gets that pass completed off of turn number 4. 21J pulling off into the infield. Trouble down the back straightaway for the 21. That's a 21W with Chuck Wary coming to a stop at the pit exit gate. The infield here turning into a bit of a driver's meeting. Several cars already coming to a stop. Lineup is good. 7 laps on the scoreboard. Now 18 laps remaining. Green flag going back in the air. Taylor Mills got a pretty good start. Probably let Scott Neary a whole lot closer to the back bumper than he probably would have liked. But Dylan Hoke now charging after the 55 into turns 3 and 4. See these cars bouncing around on the inside lane. Mills able to open the gap back up. Top 3 separating themselves just a little bit. 3rd, 4th, and 5th all within about 3 car lengths. Field continues single file until you get back to the 75H. That is Kyle Hervey back about the 13th position. Trouble for the 13 machine. He'll pull off into the infield and his night will be over. Lap number 10 on the scoreboard now. Taylor Mills holding a 6/10 of a second lead over Scott Neary. Trouble also for the 114. Brett Bieber pulls off into the infield. His feature race will be finished as well. Race leaders not that close to catching lap traffic either as we approach the halfway point. In fact, they'll get the cross flags this time by. Taylor Mills had a half-second lead last time, right about a half-second again this time. Everybody single file all the way around the racetrack, and it's about the length of the front straightaway before race leader Taylor Mills will catch Andrew Turpin and make him the first car 1 lap down. 26 cars started this feature race. 15 remain running at this point. The gap is shrinking little by little. Taylor Mills now down to 4/10 of a second. How about we call it a car length as they head into turns 3 and 4. Scott Neary closing the gap. Dylan Hoke coming right with him. Lap 16 on the board now. And Mills is quickly catching the 56 of Andrew Turpin. Dylan Hoke catching right in on the back bumper as Scott Neary off at turn number 2. Turpin works to the outside through turns 1 and 2. Lap traffic letting race leader Taylor Mills get the preferred inside lane. Might have bottled up the 55 just a little bit off the corner. Trouble, one car slowing off at turn number 2. Oh man, big move by Dylan Hoke to avoid the slowing number 14 of Logan Bauman. We stay under green. Bowman's got a flat right front tire. Caution flag comes out. 14 to Logan Ballman with a flat right front tire, trying to get down to the infield, came across the bumper of the 112 of Cody Klein. "20 laps down, 5 laps remaining." The lead for Taylor Mills was down to 1/3 of a second. Five laps to go. Taylor Mills has been the dominant car since the drop of the green flag. That Huff Cut Concrete number M10 has looked very quick at the front of the field. We'll see if Scott Neary is going to have anything for him on the restart. Neary almost to the back bumper, and he's going to have Dylan Hoke looking inside of him into turn 1. Hoke big up over the infield tire, side by side down the back straightaway with Neary for second. That's going to let Mills get back out to the lead, move Dylan Hoke up to position number 2 on the scoreboard with 4 laps remaining. Does Hoke have enough time to catch Taylor Mills? 3 laps to go. The gap goes from a half second to 4/10. Through turns 3 and 4, Hoke really drove it in deep that time. The gap increases just a little bit. It's back over a half second as the X of Terry Knoll slides to a stop in the infield. 2 laps remaining. Race leader Taylor Mills sees the white flag, 1 lap to go. Dylan Hoke still 1/3 of a second back. It's going to be a dive bomb Hail Mary if Hoke's going to have a chance. Off at turn number 4, twin checkers in the air. Taylor Mills picks up the win over Dylan Hoke, Scott Neary, Sam Neary, Tyler Hoke, your top 5. Cody Klein comes home 6th, Shelby McLaughlin 7th, 8th to Dave Carrigan, 24Y Ajaxio 9th, and the 1JR of Talon Carter in 10th. Watching on the National Racing Network live stream. We'll be right back. You're watching night number 2 with the Bud Spring Service Labor Day Shootout here on the National Racing Network.
Geek Pen is an electronics recycling center which specializes in restoring electronics to usable condition. They turn salvageable parts from donated equipment into working electronics for those on a budget. The best part is your old gear doesn't end up in a landfill. Free Geek Pen also does computer repair. Find them online at freegeekpen.org. Give them a call at 717-721-2494 or stop by the shop on Main Street in Ephrata. Think freegeekpen.org.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
At 600cc Performance, our roots run deep in CC racing. A leader in fuel injection, dyno tuning, wiring, and diagnostics. With over 15 years of experience in building and tuning, you can count on us to get you to the winner's circle. Whether it is diagnostics, sales, or service, 600cc Performance is your source for everything CC racing. Find out more at 600ccperformance.com.
If there's one thing every car guy hates, it's cleaning the garage. Do you want to take most of the time and hassle out of that job? Then call Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Agnes and her crew will have your garage, shop, basement, or even your porch looking great all the time. With unique patterns and designs, plus the ability to incorporate your logo or any artwork, your space will never have looked better. Installation is done in 1 day, guaranteed, and Zone Garage offers a 20-year warranty on the top coat. Their coatings are durable, anti-slipped, and impact resistant. Give them a call at 570-856-6067. That's 570-856-6067 for Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey.
I'm heading out, man. You want to ride?
No, I got my car back. I actually really need to go to the bathroom.
Dude, are you okay?
I am definitely buzzed.
Yeah.
I think I will take this and I will take that ride home.
Welcome back to everybody tuning in on the National Racing Network live stream. Wingless 270 A Main coming up. Here are some of the lap sponsors and special awards as they start to roll the field off. Mike Knappenberger Photos, Not Your Mama's Kitchen, Richie Hartman Promotions, MKG Racing, St. John Racing, Yo Flick Racing, Mongoose Chassis, Schmuck Motorsports, Megan Mercado, Eisenhower Racing, Zach Light Racing, Hauser Racing, Rich Chaos and the Edge of Chaos, the National Racing Network, G-Pop Motorsports, Michaelia Hellinger, West Fab, just getting the word from Race Control. This will be the final feature event of the night. The 125 four-stroke feature will run next Saturday night as a makeup feature. So I would assume that would be the first feature of the night that'll go off. But once again, this is the final feature event of the night. The 125s and four strokes will run their feature next Saturday night. Here is the starting lineup for tonight's Wingless 270A Main. On the pole, the 5K of Mike Rutherford, and to his outside, the 21K of Toby Blumenshine. Brandon Heist in the 38 and the 19A of Bradley Brown will make up row number 2. Row 3, the 5R of Jesse Maurer, and the 29J, Danny Lane Jr. Row number 4, the 17J of Jared Imler, and the 8S of Josh Stoyer. Row number 5, the 12 of Brent Shearer, and the 88D, Andrew Dietrich. Row 6, starting in the 11th position, 77 of Mike Kreiser, the 7L, Chase Laser lines up to his outside. Row number 7, starting 13th, 63 of Todd J. Adams, and on the outside, the 76X, Aiden Svanda. Row number 8, the 3S of Nick Skias, and the 17 of Cody Siegel. Row number 8, 17th starting position, Kyle Spence in the 82, and on the outside, the 29 of Dakota Bartlett. Scheduled to start in row number 10 in 19th position, the 72 with Jonathan John, and on the outside, the 14, Jason Swavely. Row number 11, starting in the 21st position, the 39 of Richie Hartman, and on the outside, the 99, Cliff Bryan Jr. Row number 12, the 99K of Chad Kreiser, and the 20th of Corey Schmuck Jr. Row number 13, the 128 of Princess Page, and the 77H, Adam Harnish. So Jonathan John with a car swap will head to the back of the field here. Scheduled to drive the number 72 machine. He's now piloting the number 0. So Jonathan John will have to head to the back of the field due to the change in automobile. Rutherford and Blumenshine going to lead the field to green. Brandon Heist, Bradley Brown going to make up row number 2. Lights are out. We're ready to go racing. Final feature event of the night. Green flag in the air. Good start for Rutherford. Blumenshine way to the outside. Brandon Heist able to get around Blumenshine going into turn number 1. Toby going to fight right back to the outside. Gets that RTB Racing entry wound up around the outside wall. Off of turn number 4. Oh man, tight battle into turn number 1. Blumenshine and Heist are not giving up any ground to Mike Rutherford. Caution flag is out. One car going around in turn number 1. That's the 99 of Cliff Bryan Jr. Toby Blumenshine just ran the fastest lap of the race, but Brandon Heist was ahead of him by less than 1/10 of a second at the line. One lap in the books, field already starting to get doubled up. Mike Rutherford and Brandon Heist going to make up row number 1. Toby Blumenshine revving that car up. He is ready to go. He's going to have Jesse Maurer to his outside in row number 2. Danny Lane Jr. and Bradley Brown going to make up row number 3. 6 of the best in the business here at the Clyde at the front of the field in the 270s. Lights are out. We are ready to go back to racing. Rutherford and Heist on the front row. Rutherford able to get the good start. Blumenshine, big move to the inside. He's going to try to get inside of Brandon Heist going into 1. Heist closes the door just a little bit of contact with Blumenshine. A little bit of left side loving out of the 38. Puts Blumenshine back a spot behind Jesse Maurer at the line. Caution, one car over in turn 4. The 7L Chase Laser, the car that went over in turn number 4. Driver is okay. Good word from the EMT down there trackside. Still 28 laps remaining. Looks like the 7L of Chase Laser is going to have to go on the hook. Coming up 1 week from tonight, first responders, Veterans Night celebrations as well. Field getting the signal to double up, so they should get the one to go next time by as Chase Laser's towed off the pit exit gate in turn number 3. 2 laps in the books. Rutherford and Brandon Heist on the front row. Jesse Maurer, Toby Blumenshine in row 2. Bradley Brown, Danny Lane Jr. going to make up row number 3. Blumenshine already looking to the outside. Field in the start, so green flag in the air. We are back underway. Everybody cleanly off at turn number 4. Big wiggle out of Toby Blumenshine. He slides right up in front of Danny Lane Jr. Danny's got to stomp on the brakes. Big flip into turn 4. Wild flip for the 17 of Cody Siegel. Good to see Cody Siegel get out of that car under his own power. That was an absolutely wild ride for the driver of the 17. Several end-over-end tumbles.
Still working to get the number 17 of Cody Siegel off the racetrack. Lights are out. We're getting ready to go back to green flag racing. Mike Rutherford going to pace the field down the back straightaway and into the restart zone.
Field cleanly off of turn number 4 and through turns 1 and 2. Rutherford holds on to the lead. Call it 3 car lengths over Brandon Heist this time by. Toby Blumenschein bounces it off the outside wall off of turn number 4. He's got Josh Stoyer to the inside. Jared Imler down there as well. Little bit of beating and banging towards the back of the pack. Caution flag out on the speedway. 1 car going around in turn number 3. 2 cars up against the outside wall as well. The 3 of Nick Skias. Also the 76 involved. That's Aiden Svanda. Aiden Svanda coming to a stop here on the front straightaway just before the flag stand. The 20 of Corey Schmuck Jr. and the 3S of Nick Skias ending up stopped one on top of the other in turn number 4, just past the pit exit gate. Aiden Svanda going to be pushed off the racetrack. His night will end here with 26 laps remaining. Corey Schmuck Jr. gets refired. He heads off into turn number 1. Gets the car up to speed just a little bit to make sure that car is going to run in the right direction. And Nick Skias will be pushed off the racetrack, so his night will end as well. Field ready to go back to green flag racing. Mike Rutherford still holding on to the lead over Brandon Heist. Jesse Maurer 3rd. Bradley Brown running in the 4th position. Danny Lane 5th. And Josh Stoyer in the 6th position. Green flag back on the speedway. Battle for position. Danny Lane looking to the outside of Josh Stoyer through turns 3 and 4. Lane going to have to continue to run the high side. Stoyer blocks off the inside lane. Still not close enough. That's the battle for the 5th position. Lane should be able to clear him this time. Headed down into turn 1. He's going to keep it wound up high on the outside. Trouble turns 3 and 4. Now we got a pile up in turn 2 as well. Corey Schmuck Jr. comes to a stop by the pit exit gate, the entrance gate, I guess, in turn number 4. 3 cars stopped. The 63 of Tajay Adams involved. Also, the 14 of Jason Swavely. Also looks like the 88 of Andrew Dietrich involved as well. Pipe off the left-hand side of Swavely's number 14, so that'll be the end of the night for that machine. Dietrich gonna try to push off. This is the 5th caution flag of the race, so we'll go single file restarts the rest of the way. 6 laps down, 24 laps remaining. Lights will go out the next time the field crosses the start-finish line. Mike Rutherford has had this race in hand. Brandon Heiss just not able to get the same jump as the 5K on the restarts. Bradley Brown now working to the outside of Jesse Maurer. Danny Lane up to 5th. Josh Stoyer runs 6th. Good run for Brent Shearer. Up to the 7th position. Jared Imler now runs in the 8th position. Toby Blumenshine runs in the 9th position. Green flag goes back in the air. We are underway once again. Oh, a little bit of contact down the back straightaway. Jesse Maurer slides up in front of Bradley Brown. They're really going to bottle things up behind the 38 of Brandon Heist. Heist just not able to get the same power down as some of the cars behind him. Brent Shearer going to look to the inside of Danny Lane through turns 1 and 2. Caution flag on the speedway. The 88D spun around right here on the front straightaway. .22 to go. Going to be single file restarts the rest of the way. One car also coming to a stop inside of turn number 2. Dietrich pushes back off, and he should be good to go. He'll join the back of the field. .77H of Adam Harnish is the car that came to a stop inside of turn 2. He'll push off into the infield as well. Field's going to get the 1-to-go signal this time by the start-finish line. Already 18.5 minutes down in this one. Green flag back in the air. Big bobble to the inside by Tajay Adams. He's able to keep the loud pedal down, and he'll continue on. Rutherford got the good jump again on the restart. Jesse Maurer trying every trick in the book to get around the 38 of Brandon Heist. Just not close enough. There's the first of the Teddy Christopher taps on the back bumper. First one says, I'm here. Second says, get out of the way. Third one says, you're going to the fence. Stoyer around Danny Lane on the restart. Here comes Maurer looking to the outside of the 38. Down the front straightaway, battle for second into turn 1. Brandon Heist does a nice job fighting back on the inside. Jesse Maurer looks to his outside off the corner. Still not close enough to complete the pass. 12 down, 18 laps to go here in the Wingless 270 feature. Mike Rutherford with a lead of 1.2 seconds over Brandon Heist the last time by. Call the gap 1 1/4 this time. Maurer able to finally complete the pass. Caution is out. One car going over in turn 1. The 82 of Kyle Spence flipping in turn number 1. Hearing a penalty called on the 39 of Richie Hartman. The contact between the 39 and the 82 is what got Kyle Spence upside down. So Richie Hartman will head to the back. So Richie Hartman will head off the racetrack. His night will be over. Hartman will finish in the 18th position. 13 laps on the board, 17 remain to be scored. Mike Rutherford's led since the drop of the green flag from the pole position. Jesse Maurer in the 5R has come from 5th now to run 2nd. Brandon Heiss started 3rd, runs 3rd. Bradley Brown started 4th, runs 4th. Green flag back in the air. We're underway again. Off of turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. Rutherford holds on to the lead. Danny Lane still trying to make that high line work. He's catching right up on the tail tank of Josh Stoyer. See if he's going to make the move. Stoyer throws the block off of the corner. Tries it again through turns 1 and 2. Lane backs it off just a hair as they head down the back straightaway. Front of the field, Mike Rutherford with a half-second advantage last time by. Call it 2/3 of a second this time. Bradley Brown now looking inside of Brandon Heist for the 3rd position. Heist fights back on the outside. Nice pass there by Bradley Brown. Put him up to the 3rd position. Danny Lane able to get around Stoyer going into 1 as well. Rutherford over 0.8 of a second ahead of Jesse Maurer. Bradley Brown quickly catching the 2nd place car, but we are under caution once again for a car spun in turn number 3. 63, Tajay Adams going around in turn number 3. Lights are going to go out this next time by the start-finish line. 25 minutes into a 40-minute time limit on this one. Still 12 laps remaining just past the halfway point. Rutherford, Maurer, Brown, Heist, Lane, your top 5. Stoyer, Brent Shear, Cliff Bryan Jr., Imler, Dakota Bartlett, Toby Blumenshine back through the 11th position. 17 cars still remain running. Green flag back in the air. We are underway once again. Oh, big contact, turns 3 and 4. Caution flag going to come out. The 99K involved in that one. Also the 99 to Cliff Bryan Jr. Bryan comes to a stop inside of turns 3 and 4. The 21 of Toby Blumenshine also comes to a stop. Along with the 29 of Dakota Bartlett. Blumenshine able to refire. He will pull it off into the infield. Looks like he may head out the exit gate here. Yes, he will. That'll be the end of the night for Toby Blumenshine. Also the 99 of Cliff Bryan Jr. going off the speedway as well. Going to be another single file restart this time by Mike Rutherford, Jesse Maurer, Bradley Brown, Brandon Heist, Danny Lane Jr., your top 5. Green flag back in the air. We're underway once again. Keep your eye on that 29J of Danny Lane Jr. looking to the outside of Brandon Heiss off of turn 2 and down the back straightaway. A couple of cars making contact towards the back of the pack. One pulls off to the infield. We stay green. Danny Lane able to get around the outside of Brandon Heist. He's up to the 4th position. Bradley Brown all over the back bumper of Jesse Maurer off of 4. Brown looks to the inside with 20 down, 10 laps remaining. Danny Lane quickly catching the 19A as well. We could have a fantastic battle shaping up here at the front of the field. Lane looks to the outside of Brown off of turn number 2. Bradley slides up the racetrack, blocks off the advances. The 29 of Dakota Bartlett pulls into the infield. His race is done. Lane still running that high line, trying to make it work. He's catching Bradley Brown, but he may not have enough to get around him. Mike Rutherford holds on to the lead out front. Bradley Brown all over the back bumper of Jesse Maurer. Bradley now runs just a little bit higher on the racetrack. Sets him up for the pass going into 1. Fantastic dummy move by Bradley Brown. He's going to come around Jesse Maurer. Danny Lane going to come with him. 3-car battle for the runner-up spot. Lane to the outside. He's got to get on the brakes hard. Bradley Brown bounces it off the outside wall. He's going to stay in the loud pedal. Mike Rutherford checking out just a little bit. 3 wide for second off of 4. Maurer to the inside. Bradley Brown running the middle lane. Danny Lane Jr. up against the outside wall. 4 making almost 3 laps remaining. Lap traffic coming into play in this battle for second as well. Rutherford holds on to the top spot. Trouble, turn 1. Jesse Maurer goes around. Jesse Maurer going around in turn number 1, brings out the caution flag with 3 laps remaining. Hearing over the radio penalty call on the 29J of Danny Lane Jr. That car being sent to the rear. Contact between the 5R and the 29J sends Jesse Maurer around, and Danny Lane Jr. will have to head to the back of the field. Lights are out. We're ready to go back to green flag racing. Now it's going to be Mike Rutherford. Bradley Brown going to battle it out. Caution flag on the speedway. Car stopped inside of turn 4. That's the 29J of Danny Lane Jr. So Danny Lane will go on the hook and head into the infield. Lights are out, ready to go back to racing with 3 laps remaining. Mike Rutherford, Bradley Brown, Brandon Heiss, Josh Stoyer, Brent Shearer, your top 5. Green flag goes back in the air. We are underway again. Down to just 13 cars remaining running in this one. Rutherford opens up the big advantage. Going to be 2 to go this time by. Rutherford holds on to the lead. Bradley Brown runs second. Brandon Heiss third. No gain for Brown. Off at turn number 4. White flag in the air. 1 lap remaining. Trouble for the 8S of Josh Stoyer. He pulls off into the infield. His race will be in. Caution on the speedway. 2-car accident in turn number 1. 63 and Todd J. Adams, one of the cars involved with that one. .29 down, 1 lap remaining. Going to be a green and white flag together. Mike Rutherford's led from the drop of the green flag. Bradley Brown right on his back bumper as they get into the restart zone. Green flag in the air, 1 to go. Rutherford powers cleanly down the front straightaway. Brown not able to gain any ground. Down the back straightaway and through turns 3 and 4 for the final time this evening. Mike Rutherford picks up the win over Bradley Brown. Brandon Heiss, Brent Shearer, and Jared Imler, your top 5. And that will wrap up our racing activities for the evening. To the fans and teams, we appreciate your support and your participation here in the Bud Spring Shootout. Bud's Spring Service Labor Day Shootout. We're coming back next Saturday night, First Responders and Military Appreciation Night. And for those of you watching on the National Racing Network live stream, we appreciate you spending part of your Saturday and Sunday evenings with us. For Gaga, Jason, Magda, Casey, everybody involved with the production. We will see you next Saturday night.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Free Geek Pen is an electronics recycling center which specializes in restoring electronics to usable condition. They turn salvageable parts from donated equipment into working electronics for those on a budget. The best part is your old gear doesn't end up in a landfill. Free Geek Pen also does computer repair. Find them online at freegeekpen.org. Give them a call at 717-721-2494 or stop by the shop on Main Street in Ephrata. Think freegeekpen.org.
At 600cc Performance, our roots run deep in CC racing. A leader in fuel injection, dyno tuning, wiring, and diagnostics. With over 15 years of experience in building and tuning, you can count on us to get you to the winner's circle. Whether it is diagnostics, sales, or service, 600cc Performance is your source for everything CC racing. Find out more at 600ccperformance.com.
If there's one thing every car guy hates, it's cleaning the garage. Do you want to take most of the time and hassle out of that job? Then call Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Agnes and her crew will have your garage, shop, basement, or even your porch looking great all the time. With unique patterns and designs, plus the ability to incorporate your logo or any artwork, your space will never have looked better. Installation is done in 1 day, guaranteed, and Zone Garage offers a 20-year warranty on the top coat. Their coatings are durable, anti-slipped, and impact resistant. Give them a call at 570-856-6067. That's 570-856-6067 for Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey.
I'm heading out, man. You want to ride?
No, I got my car, but I actually really need to go to the bathroom.
Dude, are you okay?
I am definitely buzzed.
Yeah.
I think I will take this and I will take that ride home.